Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The first time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
So you can email us, hey, at patandjt.com or 402-403-9478. That's our phone number if you want to text us. Mm-hmm. Samantha did that. She says, hey, it's Samantha. Wanted to comment on Pat's little story about falling down. I, myself, had a near-death fall experience the same day.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, which was a couple weeks ago. Yeah, a week and a half ago. Yeah. Anyway, trying to be cute and sexy for my husband, walking slow, not to fall, but pushing him as I walked past him, clipped the top step with the tip of my shoe, just like I did on the outside. And she goes, and I went down right onto my knees, face in the snow, butt in the air, just like me, except I didn't do butt in the air. I just laid there laughing. My husband said, well, quote, that's what you get for walking like an idiot. Or she's trying to walk sexy for her husband. And it says, she said, meanwhile, my 6-year-old stopped to help me up. I already had bad knees and I'm still feeling it days later.
Oh,
Samantha, God. I am still feeling it a week and a half later. Like
10
I can't,
days later.
Right. Like it's nothing I need to go to the doctor for, but I can't, at the end of the day, it's like I can't find a comfortable place. Like my arm up isn't good. Down is okay.
My arm finally has stopped hurting. Like it was to the point of keeping me awake, you know, and that's the same thing. It's like, do I up higher, down lower, over my head, down by my side, across my body? I could.
It's frustrating.
Then I start wondering, can I really blame it on that thing I tried to pick up? Maybe the fall isn't the problem. You know, you're just like, maybe there's an underlying issue, a deeper.
If it before the fall it didn't hurt, then it's because of the fall. Before I fell, my shoulder didn't hurt.
But that's the reason people use for not exercising, because they know how much it's going to hurt the next day or two.
Yeah,
you're
right.
like, you can just knock it out that first day because you're feeling good.
And the next day it's a disaster.
And that's as good as it gets.
Yeah. Well, I 100% know it's the fall. I know the fall started it, and it didn't help that I grabbed the propane tank. That didn't help it. So that made it hurt worse, but it's not, I just need to.
I know.
I mean, chill. I can't chill out anymore. I take 11 steps throughout the day. So it's not like I can just take it easy for a couple days. I sit all day.
Does your Fitbit shake every once in a while and say, get up?
My Fitbit's called 911 about 4 times in the last month. Thought I was dead. I had to move. God.
No proof of life.
Right? Texted my mom. Sorry.
Check on him. In the last couple of days has been insanely busy. And the weather's breaking, so it's been really hard to stay focused. And it's like, I can't go outside. I can't go outside. And I didn't go outside for 2 days. And then yesterday, I had a break, like half an hour. And I was working from home. Mm-hmm. And I thought, I'm going to take Jack for a walk. That's what I'm going to do. And it was like 2 p.m. Sun was high.
It's a beautiful day.
Beautiful day. And I just want to point out, too, just this morning, recently I just heard the geese. I heard geese flying overhead. Like, oh, they're smart. So I'm hoping that if they're back, that means this isn't false spring.
And the tulips are coming back. And
but it's happened before.
I know.
Where it kills everything. The snow comes back, kills the buds on the trees.
Yeah. And the geese have been like WTF in the past. So it has happened.
But anyway, beautiful day. So by the time I got everything gathered together, like changed my clothes, put on my shoes to go, because I had no shoes on. I had my slippers on. I was really soft pants, the whole 9 yards, right?
You had your house uni on.
House gear. And so I had to get my outside walking gear. And so then I had about 20 minutes left to go for a walk. And out we go and went for a walk. And then when we're coming back, the back side of my house is along a street. I'm on a cul-de-sac on the front, right? Mm-hmm. So on the backside, I have a street, which is kind of a double-edged sword. It is what it is, but it's not bad. But I realized along my fence line, the enormous amount of dog poo, that was along the fence line.
On your property?
On my property, but it's the property I'm responsible for. It's not really my property. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have your property line, but you still have to take care of the stuff around the sidewalk and on both sides, right? And so I'm guessing, because I was really pissed at first.
I'd be pissed too.
I was like, what?
Just in general, that people, unless it's coyotes and you can't control it, if it's actual dogs that are out there, then people aren't picking up after their dogs.
I knew this happens on occasion, and I've caught people on occasion.
Have you said anything to them?
I did.
Oh, good.
Seriously?
Did you? Okay, did you passive aggressively say seriously into the air?
Yes, outside on my deck.
Did they react to you?
They looked up at me because they didn't realize I was there. because they're on the other side of a 6-foot fence.
Right.
And they're like 4 feet from it. So they aren't looking over the fence, right? And their dog stops and poops. My dog is losing his mind.
Right, because there's a whole bunch of all that stuff to smell on the other side
Oh
of the
my
fence.
gosh. And I'm like, this poor little dude, he's just protecting his fence line.
Right.
And then somebody's marking territory right across on the other side of the fence. And so, yeah, people have stopped. It's like somebody stops walking on the other side of my fence. Pretty sure their dog's pooping.
Right.
Pretty sure.
So when you called them out, did they respond to you?
No. They
just
looked, and then it was like, then they continued walking. And I'm like, oh, I want to put a camera up there. That's what I want to do.
You should.
Should put a camera, even if it's a fake one.
No, what? No, we have GoPros here. Put a GoPro up there for just 24 hours and just record. And we'll just
that's
see.
a good idea.
Yeah, because it's your fence. You can record what you want.
And I have to take care of the crap.
Yeah.
That's on.
So we can have this
up.
whole file we could blur out faces. So you know who they are, but we could post these shame
A
pictures.
time-lapse
we
video.
We could be at facebook.com/game. And we'll just post these pictures.
Yeah, I think that is kind of a good idea.
Yeah.
Until somebody steals the GoPro.
Oh, they won't know it's there.
They won't even know it's there.
No, they won't even know. No, just
Okay.
just drill it to the side of the fence. They won't even know it's there. You can even put it like on your property, like on a tree or whatever, that's on inside your property, angling down.
And angle it down.
I think that needs to happen.
I think we need to do that because I was appalled. Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, I'll give some leeway to the fact that maybe it was when the snow was. But
There's no lead.
I'm sorry.
Your dog's there. They poop. You're supposed to carry a bag with you. That I love dogs. Absolutely love dogs. Having cats is so much easier because you don't number one have to go for walks. But then taking a dog for a walk and picking up that hot turd
poo
is absolutely disgusting. And I get it. But if you're a dog owner, you have to do it.
You do. You know, it's interesting is that Jack, when he went through his training with Julie, he doesn't. He's busy. He's working when he's on leash with me. Mm-hmm. He doesn't stop to pee or poop. Doesn't happen. It's like he waits till he's in his yard. And I'm like, it's awesome. I always have a bag with me just in case.
Because you never know when that
something moves.
Right. Yeah.
And you just want to be ready. But I've never had to do that. I've never had to pick it after.
That's good because it's gross.
It is. Yeah. I agree. But anyway, so
especially that big, it'd be like picking up human poop.
It's like a pile of horse turds.
That is absolutely. It seriously makes me want to puke. Just grabbing that hot, steamy load. Ugh.
It's a pile of horse poop.
That is disgusting.
Right there. That's what it looks like to me. I'm like, that's like a pony.
Right? That's so nasty.
Dude. But anyway, so I'm noticing that. And then the next thing I notice is there's a cable. It looks very much like this. The cord that we have on our headphones.
Yeah.
Right? It's pretty like an electrical cord almost.
Okay.
Right? You
know
what
like
I
an
mean?
extension cord?
Extension cord?
Yeah.
Doesn't that kind of look like?
Yeah, it does.
It's along the same size as that, running across my property. And I'm like, what is this? Is this supposed to be buried? So I go follow it, and it goes across the next neighbor's yard, and it's attached to a box, one of those green boxes, like utilities type thing. And I don't know what the box is for. I'm not sure if it's cable.
You know what? I think I have an answer for what this. It just popped in my head, but tell your story.
Okay, so I'm not sure what it is, because I'm like, is this cable? Is this it's not electricity, is it? It's not.
Yeah, it wouldn't be electricity.
It's got to be, because they're all buried.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Especially those green boxes aren't electricity.
I don't know what they are.
Okay, so go ahead. Because I think I know. It just clicked in my head.
Okay.
Like I just thought of it.
Okay, so anyway, so then I follow it the other way, and it goes to my new neighbor's house, and it's attached to another cord, and then that goes in through their sliding glass door, and I'm like, is that cable? What? No,
and it goes through their sliding glass door. It's not like it's drilled through a little hole in the side of the house.
No, there's like another bundle of wire that they just have it attached to that goes into the house.
Okay, then never mind. Maybe I don't know what it is.
I don't know, and I'm like,
so
it can't be cable because nobody had.
Well, first of all, that I don't think that's the cable junction anyway. If anything, it's high-speed internet. I bet that's what it is an Ethernet cable, and they're ganking high-speed internet. But okay, then I start thinking that because when we got CenturyLink at the house over at our new house here, and it was a new house, and they didn't have CenturyLink ran there. So CenturyLink came out to our house, and they ran from that green little box in the corner of our yard. They ran a long cable through our grass, but they came and they drilled a hole through the side of the house and ran it into the house. We had to wait about a week to have it be buried.
Well, it would make sense
But they didn't run
Okay.
through the sliding glass door.
Let's just say
CenturyLink wouldn't do that. They're stealing. They're stealing stuff. They're
I don't want to
totally.
say that.
They are.
I met one of the neighbors yesterday. Very nice. Very nice.
Nice people steal stuff too.
I didn't ask about the bundle of wires that's laying outside their door, but in the backyard. But I was like, okay, if it's internet, it could make sense because the prior owner had been there since the 70s.
Yeah.
And she passed away, and she probably didn't have internet in her house. But why not get that installed when you go to put it on the market, when you're doing the renovation? Because they did major renovation inside that house before they put it on the market.
But they could have had Cox run, but not CenturyLink. Because we had Cox run, we just didn't have CenturyLink. And our house was like updated to the nines.
So you had internet.
Cox. But we didn't want Cox.
I don't think she had either one. But why wouldn't you just make sure that when you're doing all these renovations?
Yeah, you would think.
To make sure, because I'm sure that they probably did some updating to electricity, probably did some this and that. Nobody thought, there's no internet in this house, or do they have cable? You kind of want to have those things already done. Maybe that is what it is.
But I don't know. If it's still there in a week, then it's not. Because I don't think, first of all, CenturyLink would not just put a bundle and have run it through your sliding glass door. They would, like they did in ours, they would drill a hole, they would put it through, they would run it into your house. It's just the cable would be buried because it's another contractor that comes out to bury it.
So they're going to bury that across my yard? Is that what they're going to do?
I would watch because they might be, and that's the easement, so they can. So like utilities have access to that.
Yeah.
We were told that if somebody else has issues, because the box for our houses, like the three houses around us, is in our corner of our yard. So if they ever need to get to that for any other house, they can access.
Well, there
it.
is a box right there on the corner of my yard, right between both of our houses.
I don't
Not
know.
the one that's over at the next house.
They're totally stealing it. Then it's totally getting stolen.
I think you're causing trouble.
Yeah, that is totally stolen. Oh, I think it totally stolen. 100%. If it's still there in a week, it's hot.
Well, then it's got to be moved
because nobody steals cable anymore, so it's got to be internet.
Nobody does. No, exactly. So it's got to be, right?
Oh my God! Please, will you take a picture?
Why
of
wouldn't
this?
they take it right from the box that's right there?
Because maybe they don't have it there. Maybe they don't have internet. Maybe they don't have any services there yet. If they're new,
that's mine though. That's where my stuff comes from.
But do they have access to that, or is it behind a fence?
Oh, it's right there on the corner.
I don't know.
Right on our property.
Maybe
line.
that'll be too obvious. I don't know.
Never mind the wire that's strung across
and
two
the big
lots.
Bundle. Oh my God.
Now I have to find out.
Oh, so you have to put a camera up there for a couple different reasons.
I do, don't I?
For poop and to see if people are stealing internet from your neighbor.
Yeah. It's a crime-ridden neighborhood.
It
man.
is. You need to get out of there. I mean, it's going downhill fast.
I gotta get a hold of the homeowners association.
I had a buddy growing up that stole cable for a long time. Didn't even know it was back in.
Oh my God.
It was in an apartment situation, and we were in an apartment, and his apartment was below my roommate and I, and he never paid for cable at all because he just worked as a journeyman, whatever, and went in and just split it off, and that was before they monitored anything. So he just grabbed it, went and bought a cheap whatever box.
Yeah, doesn't it sound just so like a foreign language to talk about stealing cable?
Yes. Right.
Because everything is on your phone or everything is Wi-Fi or it's, you know what I mean? It's just
it seems like a foreign language for somebody to pay for DirecTV or like that anymore if you're not on.
It's true.
Yeah.
It really does. And trust me, I mean, I held off and then I finally said, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
But
it's funny.
Yeah. And now I look at it, looking back, I'm like, Jesus, Jill.
What were you thinking? All that money you wasted. I know, us too.
Oh God. So anyway, I got homework.
Yeah, put your house on the market before it gets any worse around there.
Lord, I don't know.
Dogs
might be hard
everywhere.
to sell.
At this point.
Yeah, right?
Thanks for listening to our podcast. Rate, review, subscribe.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.